He is one of the country's very best. In 6 Brier appearances, he's finished on the podium 5 times. He's lifted the tankard 3 times. And on the big stage, Kevin Cooey is clutch. Cooey, great. This season has brought change, but the goal of winning remains the same. Today, Cooey and Alberta battle Ontario. The Tim Hortons Brier continue. For the 3rd time, the Brier comes to Brandon, and the economic impact, they say, at a slow time of year, between $10 and $12 million. So Brandon is really happy that the Brier has come back. Let's get you caught up at what happened this morning. And it was teams from Group A. Manitoba against Quebec, Mike McEwen against Martin Kret. Remember yesterday that wonderful angle raise he made for the shot stone on the lid? Well, look at this. He's got his soft game too, Mike McEwen, as he makes this draw against 4, and he goes on to beat Quebec. The final there was 8-3. Other scores from this morning: Saskatchewan by 1 over Yukon. Northern Ontario looking very good. And wildcard, Team Wildcard, Brendan Botcher, slow yesterday, struggled early today, but then racked up 3 4s to win, going away. Northern Ontario, Manitoba, top of the table in Pool A. Now we turn our attention to Pool B. As on this Sunday afternoon, we say hello, Canada, and welcome back to Brandon. Cheryl Russell alongside. Oh, goodness. How bad can it get for Ontario? You open against the 2-time defending champions, Team Canada. Now you get Alberta. What did they take away from that loss to Guju?
Well, I think a lot of good. We saw a team that hung in tough. They went right to 10 ends. They scored a 3 against Team Canada. They also stole a point. Now you're playing another tough team. What do you do out there? I don't think you get into the battle of the angles with this Cooey team. Open up, use that tick shot that we've heard so much about. And the biggest things, do not allow stolen points. Cooey's team needs no more gifts.
It was a battle of the Cooeys yesterday as Kevin battled his brother Jamie. Did he look good in the win?
No, they really didn't. A win's a win, I guess, but he really didn't. And the first thing he said to his team after the high five was, if I can make a couple draws, we'll be fine. And that's exactly what he's going to have to do. He missed 2 very makeable draws and hit and rolled out for 2 in the first end. You can't do that in this field if you're going to win this thing. But they're that good, Vic. They can win with their B game. So if this guy right here, if he turns it around, he brings his A game, they should be able to beat Ontario.
So when we come back, it is Alberta against Ontario on this Sunday afternoon from Brandon.
It's so special to represent Ontario. It's something that we've dreamed about our entire lives. The Brier's huge at such a big scale. The goal is to go out there and make shots. We want to go out there and compete and play well, and hopefully be in the conversation at the end of the week.
One of the reasons that I really still enjoy playing the game is for these big events, and I have a lot of fun doing that, take that on as a challenge, and hopefully this week is no different.
The 2019 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of curling Canada. The 2019 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Pioneer Hybrid, serving Canadian farmers for over 70 years. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by New Holland, #TogetherBlue.
And so it is Ontario against Alberta on this Sunday afternoon. Time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. The Alberta champions out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary, skipped by Kevin Cooey with Ben Hebert, Colton Flash, and BJ Neufeld. Ontario, they hail from Kingston, the Cataraqui Golf and Country Club, skipped by Scott McDonald, who calls London, Ontario home, backed up by Scott Chadwick, Wesley Forget, and Jonathan Hughes. You can see that Mr. McDonald is out. He has the brush down. He'll play the Yellowstones. That means that Alberta has won the draw to the button. They'll play the Red Stones. In fact, it's Red Stones right across the board to start this draw. And this is the Ontario lead, Scott Chadwick.
Mine's good.
Well, they must feel just a little bit settled after their very first game against Team Canada. They shot 80%, so if that was nerves, then this should be just a little bit of better than that even.
Scott tried that feather double, which probably would have won him the game against Brad Gushue, I want to say in the 6th, and it just ticked it dead sideways at 100 miles an hour, and it was a steal, and that kind of turned the game around, lost the measure. They were right in that thing to the bitter end.
Were they ever? Well, and that's probably a lot to do that their provincials were in an arena. They played. They had to beat Epic, what, 3 times?
Yeah.
They beat your brother once. I mean, they play these teams on tour.
It's coming down. Still on the tee for sure.
Whoa, let it stop. Whoa, so right center line guard goes up, and right around they decide to go Alberta.
Okay, Ben.
And Hebert takes it to the tee line edge of the button. Let's take a look at the keys to the game. We'll start with Ontario.
Well, I think this team, you don't want to get into the war of the angles, as we talked about. When they have the hammer, use the tick shot that we talk so much about and leave yourself some room and be stingy. Ontario, on average, gives up 1.5 points more points per game than Cooey. And the only 2 ways you can limit that is by forcing and not allowing steals.
Hard, Wes. Hack. Hard, Wes. Hard. All the way. Keep it moving. Hard. Hard, Wes. Go hard. Hard, Wes. Hard, Wes. Right to it. Back one, Johnny. Back one. Back one. Back one. Get out. Get out. Get out.
And they tap it enough. Not quite. Just bites at the back. Let's take a look now at the keys for Alberta.
Well, for Team Cooey, it's wait till the skipper's ready himself. He just didn't look comfortable. We talked about the 2 missed draws, and he might be ready to go already because he just threw his draw to the button perfect so to get the hammer. So he might be ready to go, but try to keep it as simple as you can until the skipper's comfortable. That's what it's all about. You're playing against a team that can really draw. Use your import here, BJ Neufeld, the 90% BJ Neufeld. Get that home crowd involved. He's from this area.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Sponge Towels. Nothing absorbs like it. And so now they're sitting the 2 with last rock behind the tee line, back edge 12, back edge 8.
You don't mind rolling deep when you have hammer because no matter what Ontario does here, if Cooey wants to be aggressive, he can go around that center guard, not worrying about an Ontario rock behind the tee line.
Yep. 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 Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. 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 Good.
Well, as Russ already alluded to, we did have a measure yesterday in the game with Ontario and Team Canada, and it ended up in a tie. No decision on the measure, and so we say good afternoon, Kathy Gaucher. You know, social media being what it is, people were all a Twitter.
Look at you. Yes, they certainly were, and that fed into the Ontario team's phone. And for Scott said, it was something that those aren't things that you plan to have to deal with. Surprisingly, many people did not know that an official can actually declare a tie when they can't make the decision. The other thing that he said is a lot of people felt that the measure did not go in their favor and thought maybe it had. And so they made the decision as a team that how they would look at that is that in that situation, they had to make a very precise shot to even have a chance for 2, and they made that. So that is where they take the plus. He also said that one of his biggest concerns coming into this Keystone Center that has so many fans is how they would deal with it. And he said, we realized halfway through that these people are going to cheer for great shots. And he said, I think we made some non-Ontario fans, and that is a comfort.
Well, that shot that Scott made, he couldn't have made it any better. No. It was one of the best shots. And then you just had to hope.
It's coming down a bit.
Shot flash. Colton Flash throwing the second stones. One of the new members of this Alberta team being rebuilt, of course, for this next 4-year run. With the addition of Colton at second and then BJ Neufeld at third.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just good normal. Whoa. Clean.
Jonathan Buke.
Yep. Whoa. Clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So Jonathan at third and Scott at lead have been together for some 10 years. And they were all at Queen's University. And they, in fact, Buke skipped the Queen's to a U Sport gold back in 2010.
A little big.
Their second also went to West Forget, went to Queen's.
Well, Jonathan had a great game yesterday. He was a high man on that team at 84%, and that's what he's going to need to pull out against BJ.
Sean Tariff is their coach. He's the education manager for Ontario Curling. He also is the head coach at Humber College. As we were walking out last night, there they were, the team, sitting there debriefing. So, you know, I said to him, what do you talk about? He said, well, we go through everything. Much like a golfer might, we go through all our shots. We talk about the decision on all our shots. And, you know, that aspect where he could have maybe followed down, played a tap when he gave up a steal of one rather than playing the angle. So they look at those kind of things. But what he did say, the big positive, is further to what Kathy says. They feel that game, not that they didn't. I mean, they're the Ontario champions, but getting up and giving Team Canada battle, they feel now that they belong.
Oh, it's massive, and that's what's so important about the debrief, that sometimes you 4 players will come and debrief after a game, and if you do it on your own, you can have a different thought as to how that game went and where you went wrong. And when you sit down with 4 players and your coach, it's good to have everybody's input. You talk about what benchmarks did you hit? Did you convert with hammer? Did you allow steals? All the different things, and the discussion on shots. Was there an option to play a different shot? And those are what you move forward and you park that game. That's the biggest key.
They were so close to winning that game when you break it down.
I think it's like a golfer, Russ. You know, you'll finish 18 and you go throrough every shot that you just played. So you need to do it together as a team, I think, or you just it's endless.
Right off. Normal. West, you have to go. Hard, West. Get it there. Get it to stick.
See what Brett's got. Make sure. Make sure, hard. Okay. Okay.
Yikes.
Well, we can see you, Ted. Can you see us? Ted Appleman, of course, lost the Alberta final to Kevin Cooey and is asked to become their alternate. Then, of course, John Dunn, the professor of the University of Alberta, has been with him now for some 10 years and brings that psychological balance to the team.
Yeah, you know, John, I remember talking to him one day, and he said the unique thing with curling is that he doesn't think there's any other sporting environment where stability within a team has such an impact on each other because it's such a small team. So he works very hard to make sure all the players are on the same page and they understand what everybody needs to play their best.
Toss, Kev.
Yeah, it can get pretty fragile, can't it? It's a long winter, and you're two in one room, 2 in another, or they're different cars or different cities, and you tend to end up in with your own little clique, and that you got to be careful there.
And it's not like a basketball team or a hockey team where you can kind of hide, you know, with relationships that maybe aren't as good. You have to make sure they're all good out there because you impact each other so much.
Less than draw the button.
I think you can go the whole way, West.
I think so too.
Line's good. It'll be West's rock the whole way. Line's good. Make it good, guys. Put it on the tee.
Talk a little bit more about this front end in West Forget, and in particular Scott Chadwick.
Good sweep.
Chadwick, one of the bigger boys out here. And there's a really, the front end game has just changed so dramatically. You know, I said yesterday, talking on Friday night with Brent Lang, I'm 180 pounds if I'm at all wet.
Yeah.
And he says, it's tough. You're looking at a guy like Chadwick who's 270. Yeah.
You look at these two for Cooey, too. Ben makes the statement he's the second best brusher in the team. Yikes.
Queen. Just clean. Yep.
Shot up. And away it goes. So we got our center guard. We just didn't get any points off it. We'll put a blank on the board here on this Sunday afternoon. Well, there is Scott Chadwick throwing the lead stones for this Ontario team out of Kingston.
Line's real good.
Center line guard goes up, and this time Mr. Cooey says, let's go. And, so his first stone from Ben Hebert has come to the top edge of the 8, and now Chadwick down to it. Is this all about control and looking at even now at the scoreboard, do you think, Cheryl?
Yeah, I do. I think 10-end games, and you might see teams like a Cooey team in an 8-end game go around that center in the first end, but they like to have the hammer in the even ends and score in the even ends.
Just line right
Probably
now.
wouldn't hurt Kevin Cooey to bank a little bit of time too, in case it gets complicated. Because Ontario was not afraid to mix it up. They love rocks and play. They play the soft game so well. There should be some very complicated ends, which could eat up your time clock.
Whoa. It's all there. Whoa. No, never. Right there. Really good.
Brilliant shot.
Right to it.
80 on yours. Maybe a touch less than that, but we sucked it.
I gave you a bit too, so I don't think
Played as
she's
an
like.
8-5?
Yeah, I want to see an 8-5 for me.
This is when, I talked about when they have hammer team Ontario to try and play that tick and open it up and don't get into this kind of angle game. But when you don't have hammer, you're almost forced into it. You decide to throw one in and they throw a corner, now you're chasing. So you just need to make sure you set these rocks up right.
Yep. John. Yep. Hard John.
And decide to go right around, and look at that late finish as they'll grab the back of the 4. So let's set you up on all the other games. Team Canada on the ice against the Territories and Jamie Cooey. Jim Cotter against Iqaluit and David St. Louis. And New Brunswick and Nova Scotia on Sheet C. All these teams from Pool B. Just the one game for them today. They'll do the double tomorrow. 2 games today for Pool A. They'll be back on the ice tonight. Colton Flash.
No.
Get off of that.
Okay.
Okay. No, I know.
Well, opening up the middle. Don't hate the guard.
All right, Kathy, Team Canada against the Territories. Mentioned that all the Redstones had last rock, and so that's the case with Guju and his last.
And an opportunity for 2. Jamie Cooey hit and stuck on his final. He is shot stone, but for Brad Gushue, if he gets to the nose, it will be for 2.
No, never.
Clean.
Clean it now. Clean it. If we go there, they're going to be second. They probably won't go here.
And there it is for a good start for Guju, who I think was rather slow off the mark yesterday, but again, playing Ontario. Ontario, as you said, Cheryl, giving him a couple of gifts, and heck, they can buy their own gifts, Team Canada. They don't need any.
Certainly don't need help.
He has the intern draw, but then if we just make it.
Joe's going to blow when I tell him to go down.
What are you
there, he
thinking?
doesn't go. I like changing this situation a bit.
It's only time.
So where are we leaving their rock?
I was thinking that we just try to hit it just off nose and kind of stay frozen on the 2 and move that here.
Okay.
So that they can't run those 2.
Okay. I don't mind it.
I like that the best.
Okay. Let's make it.
What do you think, Russ?
T-line weight.
Well, they talked about the guard, and I was all in on that. I thought that was everything's so staggered.
7/8 high.
You throw center guard, it prolongs Alberta's ability to get in there. Now, Alberta might just loop around there at some point, but now you're closing the scoring area. I think I'd guard.
Yeah, I look at the angles as they are, and you can't get at shot
Right,
stone.
right. And
So I don't know why you want to unlock them or change them.
yeah, and
No, it's no
plus,
more.
Cheryl, you're leaving 2 Alberta stones in the rings without hammer here. It's a little bit scary.
Hard line, we're crossing it.
West Forget.
Back button, back forward. Go, Johnny, go. Hard. Nothing on the shooter.
Not horrible.
Well, and I think, Russ, the biggest indicator is Colton was happy when he took the center guard off.
Right.
So put it back.
Right.
It was like just TA.
Right. That's a good clue.
Another update for you, New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. And Nova Scotia sitting buried top of the 4. Final stone to come from Terry Odishaw, Curl Moncton.
Well, several attempts by New Brunswick to make runbacks to pick that Nova Scotia stone out. not made on his final. Stuart Thompson threw a guard to take a run back away. So this is the cold draw to the lid.
Gotta go, guys.
Right to the tee.
Gotta go.
Nova Scotia champions are from the Dartmouth Curling Club, skipped by Stuart Thompson at the age of 26,
Really gotta
youngest
go,
skip here, youngest average age team here at 26 as well.
And they have struggled, Vic, with some health issues. Two of their players violently ill before the opening ceremonies yesterday. So that'll be nice to start with a point.
Yeah, that's a nice. For them, Stuart Thompson, wasn't feeling very well.
Not good.
Get this too.
Not good.
Yep, hard.
And there we go.
Okay.
Bumps it up. Shot rock still remains, however, that Yellowstone back of the 4 center line.
Yeah, I'd be starting to get rid of some of these reds. That's.
And Ontario is extremely comfortable, maybe to a possible fault here in a minute, leaving them around. They play the soft game so well. It's all about trying to put pressure on your opponent every single time you throw a rock. And they obviously have to be careful here.
Never off, Scott. Hard! Hard, Scott! Hard, Scott! Hard to miss the back one. Hard.
Watch the jam. Oh, he's chipped it up. And they are the shot stone now, just like that. Alberta sitting the one.
Pretty good, actually. I like how it kind of kissed it.
Yeah.
If you make the top double on the top 2 yellows, Beach.
How thin is half a rock? Yeah, that's not bad. You're saying?
I think Ben Hebert's onto something here. It's fairly low risk. Kick it across there. Get that one. Then you've got a pile of red in there. And the way those are lined up, too, that also helps.
On these two,
Cooey.
any good? No, okay.
You're looking also at this tap, like tap.
The yellow red that are queued up, yeah.
I kind of like that. So I think you can tap your red back, and then you can stay frozen on top of the yellow.
That's terrible.
It's pretty handcuffed if we do that.
Yeah, I like the double.
Yeah. Well, he can make. He maybe goes there, makes that. Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm just worried about his control zone being so good here, even if we bump that.
Yeah, the only thing I was thinking you could do is, if you just hit it and stay on him, he doesn't have a lot, but I don't hate this.
Okay. I don't hate the double on the top 2.
I think you go with the out.
Yeah, I like that.
Everybody getting a look, including the players.
I think I like that.
Monitors at center ice.
That we're playing?
Looking at it just like you are at home.
I think that helps with pace of play in these games in the arenas because the players don't always have to come down, and a lot of times they can discuss by looking up at the Jumbotron.
Interesting, isn't it? Here's BJ Neufeld, the import with Alberta, here as an Alberta champion, and his former skipper is here now as a Manitoba champion.
That's so true.
It'll be interesting to see if they should meet, if they should both teams get through to the championship round starting Thursday.
Right under here. Okay. Nose is pretty close, John.
Might get them all.
Does he jam at that red goes anywhere?
I'm glad he's running this. I think it jams all day.
Well, if he hits it any high, he doesn't get rid of anything.
Yeah, they're absolutely right. It's an interesting call. You played so aggressively the whole end. Now you're kind of running a corner guard.
Hard, really hard, really hard, hard.
Buke runs it back and angles it back and by. And then the shooter rolls to a corner, covering the edge of the 12. Shot rock still belongs to Alberta.
Just
top
hair
4.
tight.
This curled any more, Russ, and they could have taken out their own shot. They just jammed on shot stone.
Yep.
That could have gone into shot stone in the back 4.
Well, plus they don't have any get out of jail guards. There's nothing now. It's
One of these or this.
freewheeling for Cooey.
I love that.
Good call.
Interesting call, really.
I don't think you want to roll too far. He's playing this.
You think yellow's the shot stone? I thought it was red, but you may be right.
Okay. It's close.
Okay. Well, that's what.
Close. Is that? I went out on a limb there.
You're just going to hang on
You like that?
Hang on the trunk. You're not even walking out.
No, I'm staying right in that trunk.
Don't tell Cheryl, Vic, but you're right.
Thank you.
Oh, you are right. Look at their thank you for zooming in and proving me right.
I think this will curl a bit free too, Beach.
Yeah, so the danger was they would have taken out their own stone.
Yeah, exactly. And this
Just
is
not shot stone.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Here we go. Flash. And Hebert. Now Hebert staying with it. Oh, did well. And it will also hang around. So they are sitting the 2.
Good sweep, guys.
Yeah.
I said to Ben when I saw him this morning, I said, you know how you're at the age now, Ben is 35. I said, you know how many people have you inspired? He says, I think I can still. I said, it's not that. He still wants to be the best or one of the best, but the number of curlers who are now in the game at this level who have looked at him and Mark Kennedy and are trying to emulate what they do on the ice. Just like many people try to emulate you, Kathy, as many do.
They just talk and talk.
And they never stop talking. British Columbia Nunavut after a blank and 1.
Well, the consensus seems to be that the second shot stone is Nunavut, so they are lying too. At least Steve Laycock has indicated that's the case. So for Jim Cotter needs to stick against the 2.
As we watch McDonald as well. Oh, and he's going to get them both now. Will that stone stop? No. Spins a little far.
Throw a stick on it. I think it's you guys still.
And 1 for sure.
And you just heard Steve say throw a stick on, but I think it is you.
And they are going to measure. We'll update you. And if you're a broadcasting student, that's the way you do it. You listen to Kathy.
You make this harder if you
Don't listen to me.
Look at this shot that Scott McDonald just made. They knew the angles. They knew what the drag would be and make the double.
Then just maybe a bit of a bad break that the one rolls too far, Russ.
Yeah, that's what they were hoping to save. Pretty low risk 2 here for Cooey now.
At 2, it was looking at possible 3 at one point there.
True. No question.
It's good. Yep. Normal. Whoa. Yep. Hard, really hard. Gotta go. Hard.
Oh, boy. Going to lose this. Oh, well done by Hebert.
Good shot.
The power of that brush to be able to hold it. They were worried that he might be thin and roll out.
I don't mind either. I like his chance.
Even the previous one with BJ's looked like it was rolling out too, and they heads down and just saved it on the corner there. That's that extra point at this point in time.
You got it, steady.
Is he going to give the double a try?
I think he is.
Thought is what? Make 1 go away first of all, and if you should get the 2, that's the bonus.
Yeah, and that's the big key is make sure you get the 1. You try so hard at these, sometimes you flash it.
Hard. Yep. Hold it there.
Right away.
Hold it there.
Wes Bourget, hold it there. You can hear Scott Chadwick, hold it there, and then it goes across the top. And so it will be the open draw for 2.
I'll just give you the draw of the button. Nice.
And it was after the measure, just the single for BC who take that lead on the team from Nunavut, and David St. Louis out of the Iqaluit Curling Club.
I mean, I threw mine here. Thought I was a little positive on mine. I was top 8, top 12. Like the same, 14 and a half.
Kevin Cooey's going to play the in-turn draw here because that's how he won Hammer. His draw for Hammer, if you took the handle off and looked through the hole in the middle of the curling stone, you would have seen the pin. It was absolutely mathematically perfect. So he should know this lane.
4 and 4, 4 wins, 4 losses, all losses against somebody by the name of Glenn Howard.
Keep going. 14, 7, 8.
Come on, Kev.
Nice toss, Kev.
Good sweet flash.
And there you go. Compliments all around. Throw the brush.
14, 7, 8.
To score a couple.
Yeah. Still kind of hair left to go by.
Oh, we've got some rocks in front now. As for the first time in the game, it'll be Ontario, skipped by Scott McDonald out of the Cataraqui Golf and Country Club in Kingston that does have the last rock. They'll have the Hammer playing the Yellow Stars. Going right out on the edge. Brush down on the edge of the 12 here.
It's a beautiful surface. All the players are loving it. Easy to hit. You can keep the weight up. It's straight. And anything else is curling nicely. It was just that wildcard game was quite straight, but they solved the airflow problem, and everything's fantastic. It's the first time how many times we covered Kevin Cooey? That's the first time I've ever seen him do that. He threw a center guard, and it had Benny go kind of choke off the corner guard, leaving it short, which is kind of an interesting play when you're 2 up. There's a lot of guards in play here now.
Yeah, we saw Jacobs come right in and sit kind of top 12, choking off any come around.
And I don't know whether Ben was just light because they were kind of nonchalant over the hog line. Maybe they realized it was already light. They didn't want to hook it.
Just line. It's really heavy. I don't think we are. Has to stop. Weight's good, Kev.
Then Ontario came up light again, and now you've got a wall up there.
Still heavy. Weight's good. Gotta finish, DJs.
Go T-line.
And a little bit of a stagger as well.
Hard beach. Hard beach.
Good throw, Flash.
A good guess on the weight. Real good throw.
Well, back we go to New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, Kathy. After Nova Scotia stole one in the first on a missed draw, another opportunity here for Terry Odishaw out of Curl Moncton.
Well, this really created by a nice freeze by Stuart Thompson on his first. That generated a bit of a jam, and so it is facing 2, needs the 4-foot.
Pretty good.
Room, room.
I think so. All bound. Looks like it's running hot. Just back 4. Close, Scott. Yeah.
Terry Odishaw's last appearance was 2012. This is his 3rd overall.
Hard Scott.
3 members of the team are seniors.
That was a little more weight than
Only Jordan Pinder is 34. Others are in their 50-somethings.
Let's get the line right.
To be honest with that team, Vic, they kind of entered the playdowns to get themselves ready for the Canadian seniors and provincial seniors, and they won.
They put a good week together. Yeah.
Okay, line's closed.
Line's good.
A lot of Brier experience on that team, though.
Hard line.
You just heard Ben say this picked. It's kind of going sideways, like it doesn't have as much rotation.
Hard, Ben, hard.
Go. Just a
well,
little soft.
Yeah, I think it picked. It didn't look soft out of his hand.
Territories and Jamie Cooey pick up a single in the second.
Blow everything up and have one corner.
The only thing we've heard, though, Russ, on this ice is the comment that you really have to put good rotation on. I'm never certain if it picked or if you don't get quite enough on it. The ice is the pebbles sharp and it'll pull it off.
Yeah, the rocks being sharp, the bottoms of them, and the pebble being sharp. It's just that double whammy. You're right.
Here, Wes. Gotta go early.
Tell you what, you bring your popcorn when you're watching Ontario. Like it's like it's illegal to hit for the first 6 rocks.
Line's green if you don't bounce. You can't bounce. We're not bouncing. You can't bounce. Scott's rock the whole way. No bounce. Yep, hard.
Spectacular weight control in this team.
Nice shot. Real nice.
Well, we mentioned this is the first year together for this Ontario team. They started talking last April, almost a year ago, when their season was over. And the 3 of them, Buke, Forget, and Chadwick, reached out to McDonald, and they went hard after the first part of the season. They played 9 events in the first 2 months, and they just wanted to get that experience, and then they ran the table at the Ontario Championship in Elmira.
Throw for tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when I looked at their numbers. They played 80 games this season. That's a pretty incredible amount of games, but that's what you have to do. Most certainly with a new team when you're trying to build.
Their average margin of victory at the provincials in 11 games was well over 4 points.
Yeah, they outscored their opponents 70-32 in round robin.
Wow.
Hard now.
Flash.
Hard.
Get in there.
And maybe that's the reason when you leave rocks in play like this, right?
Yeah,
but it can also bite you.
Well, and this was one of the keys. I said when you have hammer, make sure you open it up, leave some room. They played the freeze on that very first one that you see his top 4 foot there. You could have played a tap. You could have just given yourself a little bit more room to make sure you score.
Right on the nose.
Now you're forced to play the red onto yellow, red onto yellow, red onto yellow onto red.
How's that going to work out?
You like that ice?
Yep. Wait, calls peel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peel, right?
Yeah.
Or more if you've got it.
Too little on this side, eh?
That's just it.
Let's try to make it. Yeah, you got it, Johnny.
Peel plus.
Whoa. Whoa. You got to touch center.
I don't know. You come up with something called bomb weight, maybe. I don't know. You need something when you think about all the granite they're moving, and they only moved one.
Interesting angles because that red at the top 8.
Plays that again.
Cooey could go.
Huh?
I don't think that goes very far.
This one, no. This one probably not. They're both spinning, but if he blasts that, be nice. It's getting hard, but yeah, I mean, I think you're trying to cover this red either, say here to there, kind of thing, or the yellow, I mean.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I like it.
What's that? Probably the easier shot's to put it on top.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
What are we doing?
Trying to just put it on top of the yellow.
Same shot?
I think.
In turn?
No, out turn.
Out turn.
Cover
Okay.
half of it, right?
Okay, sure.
So just like a tight guard.
Yeah, I'm not sure they have to go really deep here. 'Cause if they hook it a little bit, they're fine. But if they ever line up this red one onto the yellow,
Hard line. Halfway. Halfway.
that string of raises is still there.
Yeah, so does it really need to be a tight guard?
Yeah, exactly.
Halfway tight. 2/3.
Clean it, Ben.
Whose is it?
Over curling.
Well, it's got to stop. Who's
Whoa,
sweeping?
whoa.
It's 2/3. Half.
Stay with it.
Tight. It's tight.
Stay with it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ben!
No.
Get the beach.
That's really good.
Pretty good.
Do you have any of that?
Good.
Yeah, I got it. A third.
Good judge.
Okay. Peel, hit what you can see.
Okay. You got this, John.
Right through the stick here.
Boy, oh boy.
That's pretty thin.
They're calling it a third. It's a thin third.
That's a very small third.
Just peel. Yep.
Jonathan Buke.
Hard! Yes! Hard!
Chadwick with it.
Yes.
Got it by. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, now you look what they've left. And they leave Alberta sitting 1. There is that hold, though. And it is the shot rock center line, top 4.
Yeah, I don't think they were ever going to stop Alberta from being shot on that combination shot. But they did manage to get it out in the window here. I think it's wide open.
Okay. Well, I was going to spring further for you.
Yeah, that helps. That yellow was always going second shot.
That one would hang around. I did.
On the center line, just a
We've
matter
seen
of.
it with the in. We have options. If it really curls, we can, like, I like the in.
Okay.
Let's just plug the hole. Bite center line on either side. Hey, shoot.
It wasn't the easiest of Alberta playdowns for Kevin Cooey. Lost twice quickly. So you have to come out of the seaside, something that he has done before. And then in the final against Ted Appleman, he scored 5 in 9. And now Mr. Appleman is here as the alternate, as Cooey goes after a 4th Canadian championship.
I like it.
Just a straight guard here on that center line. You can keep this a little longer, too.
Okay, weight's perfect.
Through.
We're tight.
Tight.
Weight's
All
good.
through.
Tight.
Whoa.
Easy.
Line's good.
Whoa, that's the curl.
It'll curl,
Top 12
Beach.
almost. Tight guard, Beach.
Whoa.
Ben. This has to walk. Ben. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Hard. Whoa.
Oh, and look at that. Little rub, little roll, and fills the window.
Tricky.
Nice, Kev.
It was the right weight for it. You knew you would have options by the time you got down there.
No, you would have been.
But being that deep, can they not run it straight back, peel off the red Alberta stone, and then they're buried?
I think that's what they're playing.
Took away our angle runner by mistake, I think.
I mean, we can't nose the right red, eh, and bang bang.
Maybe on the right. No, that's
It might not clear the red. Yeah, okay.
Right on the beak, okay?
Right on the beak. Okay.
Spill shooter my way. Or spill middle one my way.
Probably Wes's.
Okay, you got it.
Run it through, run it back, and bring that Yellowstone top edge of the 8 into play. That is, if you don't stuff it.
Close. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Yeah.
Now, Forget, late licks, coming back, bang. Oh, when he does, he'll spill it. And Ontario's hitting the one.
That was the danger of Kevin going that deep.
Good audible.
Still a brilliant shot, but did not have to leave it for him.
Good. Nice shot.
Thanks.
Just a hair wide, and I didn't want to tick.
No, I don't blame you.
Tick red first.
For air here.
No, I know, but you can definitely do this, right?
Yeah.
So it's.
I think if you hit.
Just a little high.
Yeah. Well.
3/4.
Yeah.
What do you got to hit, Kevin? About 2/3?
Red, yellow.
Yeah, 3/4.
Okay.
Red, yellow.
Do you like a sliver more?
Danger's hitting this a little thin, and that yellow right underneath BJ goes back, hits the red, but stays somewhere.
Final stone.
Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Kevin Cooey looking at the little combination now. Hebert's got him. Bang, bang. Oh, very nice. Great shot indeed to sit 2, and so that's what he'll be facing. Scott McDonald with his last.
Guess that's why Kevin wasn't worried about bringing his first one in that tight when he knew he could make that. Brilliant.
Well, it's the line call too, and you think about all the years together, Neufeld and McEwen, and the success that they had. Team shot.
Creates a force.
We're a bit wider than anyone's been.
Yeah, there's so many guards up front. This isn't simple.
We're just about in the first row here to make this out turn.
Close to this line on
That's first one.
one of them, yeah.
Needs to bite the white. Needs some of the 8-foot. Final stone for Scott McDonald. And got to go. And boy, do they ever. They picked him up right away. Forget and Chadwick.
Put it on the tee. I'm on the carpet here. Just
look at Forget. He's on the carpet. Had 1 foot on the carpet. He was being squeezed. Got to get to the white, boys. You're facing 2 here. Got to get to the white. Puke out as well. And oh, goodness. The only white will be that in front of the house. And that'll be a steal of 2.
no. Clean the whole way. Hard. Clean it. Clean. Just clean.
100% so far, and still perfect. 2 more, Alberta, Newfoundland, Labrador. They are sitting shot wrong. Steel point to tie. Kevin Cooey. Hebert. Pick it, and he does. 7-5.
Hard, Benny.
Make this run back, stick it for 1. Maybe get the blank. You're going to catch it. Yes, you will, and you'll get it to the back and add 2 more. And Alberta are the Canadian men's curling champions. Here on this Sunday afternoon, and going after another title is Kevin Cooey, as he represents Alberta out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary against Ontario, and Scott McDonald from the Cataract Quays in Kingston.
It's an interesting end with Ontario's team, because we've talked a lot and heard a lot that they've played the tick to open it up to give themselves some room, and they just got into a lot of angles with the Cooey team. It's tough. They make the run back so well.
Good. You're that good. Too much ice.
Hey, that rock might be a little... Be normal.
And look at the dominance of Alberta from the Furby Fab 4, of course, and then Kevin Martin, Ernie Richardson, of course, back in the days of the Scotch Cup. So Kevin can join them with a win here.
Close. No.
5 perfect rocks for the with the 5 rock roll here.
Nice
All
shot.
3 lined up beautifully by the front end for Alberta, and 2 perfect corner guards, one just over the hog line.
Oh, now look who's on the wrong side. Yeah, I don't hate the dead nose.
Peel this one, the tighter corner. This?
Peel that one.
That's a juicy
What do you got
call.
of it? I got a third.
I love it.
Yeah,
Let's
you
make
may
it
get
two.
that center line. That would be perfect.
And the long one, of course, is
Quarter gets them both.
of very little value.
Thin
The only
quarter.
value it had was to guard this one. It's not quite.
Yep. Oh. Whoa. Wow. Wow.
Colton Flash.
Jeez.
Look out.
Sorry,
And
Flash.
just
Tough one, Flash.
touches it on the way by.
Record.
All right.
A pick. Is that what they're saying?
Hey, I'll tell you what, it's better than it was.
Not terrible.
No, I didn't think
You
it
got it away
picked.
from being buried.
I think he was mad they swept it.
Yeah, I think that's what the upset is.
7?
7, yeah.
7 to my rounds here, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, it gives the same as that out.
Now you got a couple corner guards
Early for
lined up better, and you've got some backing too.
Line's good for it.
You have to go the whole way for line. Small tap. Okay, you got to go to keep it
That's
high.
good on this line. Just stay.
Hey, whoa, small
Round now.
tap. It's running okay.
If you're on top of it, whoa.
Small
Clean.
bounce.
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa.
Real good.
Oh, we haven't heard from you in a while. Kathy, let's go back over to Sheet A. Team Canada against the Territories. 2-1, and the final stone from Braguju.
Well, he's facing 3, a little bit of exchange of stones. And on Jamie Cooey's final one, he hit the front stone, and that means that hitting it for Braguju would not give him shot. And so this is the draw. Needs 8 foot, but does face 3.
Line's fine.
Now, he was, we said earlier, talking about yesterday's game, he wasn't sharp, Guju. I mean, is he showing that again today?
You know what? His degree of difficulty has not been difficult. He hit and stuck on his first. He drew nicely on his second, but it's been a pretty open game so far.
All right, so he does get his single. So Alberta leads at 4-0, and Cheryl, we talked earlier about when you said, do what got you here, and do it with the last rock. And there was Ontario not doing it in that last end, and look what it got him.
Yeah, it was interesting that, as I said, they had a chance to maybe tap or open it up or play the tick. I think you need to give yourself some room. This is a tough team to play those angles and that angle game with. They make the run back so well.
Take a look. It's running. Pretty good. It's running a bit. Scott's rock.
I sometimes feel you give up that deuce, and then you try so hard to get it back to a detriment, and they end up giving up a steal or 2.
Yeah, 10 hands, you get lots of time.
Just plug away.
I ran a little better. It's just I think it's the 2 sides. Yeah. This side's that much quicker.
Got to play the runner. And this, we got the double still. Could play that too. I like just a straight runner. Well, the shot Kevin's looking at is definitely better. Is it? Oh yeah, to run and pick it, way better.
Well, no, I think it's the best. He's drawing on our guard.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
Another update for you now. British Columbia and Nunavut with BC leading 1-0, and the team from Nunavut with a chance.
Well, it's a very small chance in terms of the real estate that he has to draw to. Facing 2 on his final, Jim Cotter blasted the one that he was able to see out, leaving just the lid for David St. Louis for the second point.
A reminder that St. Louis is out of St. Mary's, Ontario. Skipped this Nunavut team a year ago as well. They went winless in group play.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
St. Mary's, of course, is the home of the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. And they'll pick up the deuce.
Go, 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 go. Stop leaving down.
Nice shot.
I know. Just spin, spin, spin.
Good.
How good was that? You get rid of the center guard. You pick off one of the stone, Ontario stones.
Can we
leave
can
yours
we move
alive.
And sit 3?
It's hard to do.
Like get to the nose and tap it back? We can. Yeah, even if we nut it right on this one, that's going to be shot over it. Okay. I almost don't mind rolling it half a rock, and it makes that steep. Yeah.
Impressed with this team. You know,
Face weight.
they're
I got this
kind of leaning towards going 0-2 here, but they'd be the type of team at the end of the week you go, oh, where'd they come from?
Yeah.
You know, a tough start, Gushu Kui, and it's a smart move. If you freeze to that, there's going to be a double. If you nose it, there's going to be a double. They're actually going to hit and roll open and protect the 3-ender at this point.
Hard, Scott. Head down the whole way. Gotta go hard. Head down the whole way. Gotta go hard.
Head down.
Hard to get by the guard.
The whole way. Chadwick, Forget, all the way, head down. Oh, and they held it right there. And look at, they got the roll to the outside,
really
right on the edge and behind cover.
Good weight. This is good, really good weight.
Incredible brushing to get that.
Well, here's this. We talked about this young man, Scott Chadwick. He's 270. He's 6'3". He's a Canadian junior baseball star. Won a couple of junior titles playing in Napanee.
Great sweep.
And I said, so how the heck did you get into curling? He said, well, my dad used to take me to the club, and he'd push me on the stones.
Easily to the hawk.
And then as a young man, he watched you and your brother play, and he used to say, I used to sit in front of the TV and yell
I don't know. He has to
hard like you did. He used to sit in front of the TV and yell. And so here he is now at the Brier, Scott Chadwick.
Got to be on the
Snapped a couple of brooms last year, he was telling me, just because of the amount of weight he can put on the broom.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, there's a lot of downward pressure on that broom. Is he playing the straight back double?
Yeah, no, get the buried one.
Yep.
I believe. No, you might be right.
Whoa. 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 Come on.
Boy, Kev.
Nice shot.
Oh, really.
It's just so easy.
Very good. Nose doesn't hurt us. Like, that's not bad.
I know you used to sit in front of the TV and yell at it when Russ was on, but that was for a different reason, Kathy.
Say, look at the updates. Where's the update on Manitoba?
New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, final stone for the skip from Dartmouth.
Well, he tried to run back on his first, and it didn't work. Trying a stone way out in the wings belonging to himself. Trying to pick off the red stone for 4.
Yeah. And it'll be a steal of 1. 1 red, New Brunswick up.
I cheered for you, Russ. Occasionally.
Yeah, sure you did.
All right, I didn't.
Under the guard. Under the guard.
That's board ice?
Board weight.
Board weight. Yeah, okay.
Speed's good in this path. Okay.
I remember Michelle Englot when her boys were young, and she talked about that too. She'd take the kids to the curling club when she practiced, and then that was their ride. That was their amusement ride. They'd be on the stones and they'd push them around the ice. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Growing up in curling clubs.
Yeah,
it's a lot of kids' history.
Hard, really hard, really hard. Whatever you got on the little roll. Whoa.
A little bit of roll, and they'll sit the 2. So what do? Do you take this on? You look at the scoreboard, Russ, it's 4-0.
It's personal preference. It really is. If Kevin thinks he can make that double without the risk of jamming, because if he hits a little thick, he could get unlucky at the back.
I thought that would come up more for us.
They just don't usually throw it that well.
Or you could play the soft hit and roll.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Remember you threw here in 2?
Well, his curled nice.
You threw control.
That's what I think Kevin Cooey does so well. He is such a great upweight hitter and can play those doubles as we see, but he knows when to switch gears and tone it down to a hack or a board weight to make this shot.
Yeah, because if you tried that double, Cheryl, and you get it a little bit thicker than you want,
Throwing board.
they could be drawn for 3. Can't do that with a 4-point lead.
Clean. Little heavy.
Whoa, Benny. Whoa, Benny.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Heaver
Hard.
staying with it.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Really close.
And now watch this roll a little bit.
Oh, was that a great shot?
That is the shot stone, it looks like.
That's just
Shot, Kev.
not fair.
No, amazing.
It's done.
Makes a double.
Is it easier to make it this way?
And then a soft hit and roll to sit shot.
Nice try, Kev.
Yep. Hard.
We all talk about his ability to throw the high hard one, which is legendary, but he makes a pile of those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's because of those brushers, too.
He made a shot in the 10th end to beat my brother in the Brier final in Halifax. He had to throw one that hard, roll over, and stay frozen, or he loses the Brier. Made it perfect.
And John's hack waiter, so.
I love what he just said, too. Makes them make something. Rather than just giving them an open, they're going to have to make a tough shot now.
To just touch it sideways and then roll towards the center.
If anybody can make this ticket sideways with the right speed, it's Scott McDonald. His touch has been fantastic, even though he lost that first game.
Whoa.
Becky!
Well, this is one of those. It's
Real
like
close.
either
Back
score your
forward.
two or you give. It's 5-0.
Whoa.
Becky!
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa. Yes! Yep. Hard! Hard!
Oh, here they go again. Both of them, Chadwick and Bourget.
Whoa!
Few calling line. Just got to touch it sideways. Roll it over. That's the way to do it. Lovely. To get on the board, Ontario will pick up a couple.
Good end, boys.
4-2 Alberta.
Good call, John.
Day 2, Tim Hortons Brier from Brandon. And our featured game on this Sunday afternoon, Pool B. Remembering, of course, 16 teams, 2 pools of 8, 7-game round robin within your pool, and then the top 4 from each will advance to the championship round, and that'll be played on Thursday and Friday. The top 4, of course, make the page playoff. 4-2 Alberta as we go to 5. And it is the team from the Glencoe Club, skipped by Kevin Cooey, that does have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones.
Wrap right around there, right? So I can throw a touch less than I've been throwing.
So he's going to be close. So I like to say, we've been working yours pretty hard.
Okay.
I sometimes wonder with Ben's second one there that you don't want to hide it. You want to keep it wide open so that Cooey can run it in later.
Real good. Lots of line right now. Top 4. Okay.
Clean then.
Might be able to see enough of that top 12 rock to run it straight back.
Hey, there it goes.
It's real good. Waits. Real good. Go, John. Hard, John. Right
Scott, if you
beside.
can.
I know. Hard, John. Hard, John. Scott, go. Scott, go. Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Okay.
Hack and roll. Should be wide open in theory. I like. Okay. I like the hack waiter, but
Hack and roll
you can nose it.
or nose.
I like that better right now.
I like nose.
Guys, if he makes the freeze on our red, it makes this slash way easier than where his rock is. Just through, guys. To the hack.
Yeah.
Just hack.
You know what they're
Waits
thinking
good.
here,
Yep.
Cheryl. They're trying
Just
to
hack.
set up a big score with Hammer here and put this game away, but Ontario's probably the wrong team that you want to leave a bunch of guards out in front of. Their finesse shots are so good.
Off, curl.
Yeah, good shot.
Out of both flaps.
Which leads us to our key shot of the game.
Well, and you just said it, Russ, about the soft shots from this team, and we watched them when they play Team Canada. They made so many of these, specifically Scott himself. Soft weight, this is tough. You just have to touch it sideways to get your deuce. Brushes were on and off it from the hog line in, makes it perfectly for a score of 2.
Great shot.
To chip it sideways, roll to the 4-foot to get on the board.
Good call, John.
32-year-old Scott McDonald. It's interesting that he lives in London, Ontario. The other 3 are all in the Kingston area.
Small bounce.
Key shot brought to you by World
Hard down,
Financial
hard down,
Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Good.
Well, you overthrow that at all on Jamie Barrasa's ice and you'll whiz by. You won't even touch it. So it's a brilliant weight.
That's our other shot. Okay. Yeah. I like this.
Now they change gears.
Had enough of this.
Clean. Toss flash.
Oh boy.
New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia sitting the one back 4, Kathy.
And talk about a skip's deuce in this particular game. Stuart Thompson faced 6 when he sat in the hack to throw his first stone. He made a very nice shot, mostly buried. Terry tried to come down to it and was deep. And so this is now a draw for 2 after an end that was all New Brunswick.
Interesting, you talked about Cooey beating your brother, and that was, of course, in 2010 in Halifax. Thompson was at the arena, and that's what got him to fall in love with the game. He was watching it, and now here he is playing in his own Brier.
2 yellow.
Picks up a couple.
Stewart was sick in his first game, the opening game that he played, and he struggled a little bit against BC, but they almost pulled that one off. But they're a really good team. They work hard at it, and we're going to see them at a lot of Briers.
Or you kill it and roll under, or into the side of it.
Freeze in the pocket, any good? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Hey.
Another perfect come around freeze for Ontario.
What's the other option? Well, you hit. Yeah, no. Okay. Hey. Lock it on there, Beach.
Top 8.
Pretty impressive weight control from Ontario in the 2 games we've watched.
Yeah, there hasn't. I don't remember anything being overthrown or deep, and that's probably a big advantage from them playing their provincials on the arena ice. Get used to the distance the brushers can take it. Just freezing into the pocket.
It's good.
Yeah, or maybe bump it a hair.
Line's good.
Room right now, guys.
Yeah, you could almost kind of unlock that yellow.
It's good. We're all there right now. Still should be okay.
Oh, it's heavy.
Needs to curl a bit if it's going to be get to the inside here.
Even top 12.
Oh, yuck. What happened to that? Too wide? Didn't curl either. That should never not get low.
And remember back earlier, Cooey had a chance to peel the guards, and he decided to come around and play that tap to sit 3, and your spider senses go up because, in my opinion, because you're looking at your opponent, and this is what they want.
Right. Yeah, what would they like? Rocks and play.
And they're so good at it.
Okay, the other option I've seen was yellow first. Sorry? The other option I was seeing was, yellow first.
That's how you get all the. That's how you get everything.
I like this better because it puts your shooter in a better spot. So we're just playing the straight roll, basically. I think you want to make the double and you want to move this.
We got it. Yeah. We only got 3 rocks. Yeah. We got to kill one of those. Yeah.
Ooh, I see only one lonely Nunavut stone there, and chance for a big number here for BC.
Well, it is. On his final stone, David St. Louis was trying to corner freeze, and he actually rubbed and rolled off, and that is why this is a hit for 4 for Jim Potter.
As long as you touch the red first.
And there it is. And 1, 2, 3, all around the edge. There they are. 4 it is, 5-2.
Alrighty.
Half the rocks, folks.
I like what Ontario said. They really need to get one of those reds out of here because they only have 3 rocks left. So
Right about where we want to hit.
Yeah.
Like that.
Shouldn't do much here.
they'll leave one frozen, the one you can see on the right-hand side of the red with the 4-foot. Still get the other one.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Never, ever, ever. Whoa. Whoa. Anything on the shooter. Hard on the roll, Wes, hard. In the pocket.
Okay, that works.
That's pretty good.
It is.
It's pretty good, John.
That's pretty good. I don't mind that at all.
That's fine, John.
Yeah, it's
plan
pretty good.
B. It was plan B, but if with some speed, that red one's gone. That red one's gone if Ontario chooses to play it, and the yellows probably all stay.
Yeah, it might have been better than the double.
I think so.
Flash the red, nut it right on that side one, and I'll make the double. Come have a quick look.
Thing in that slot.
Team Canada and the Territories blank 5, so they'll go to the break tied at 3.
I guess he can definitely hit all these. This is probably ending up in here. You could do this again right now.
That would clean up 2 yellows that way.
And like
He'll spin.
get all his moving that way and stay in the middle of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Are we ever peeling the guard?
I didn't hate it. I think the thing he plays is he plays this red double and sits in front of these, and then it's really...
Yeah, that's pretty sketchy then.
Yeah. I mean, he's still got a... Right now, he smashes that in there and sits 3.
I mean, if this touched this, it's gonna fly out.
Well, yeah. It's just if it touches this.
Well, that might help if it touches that.
Would you ever ignore the pile, Russ, if you are Alberta, realizing you've got last rock, knowing where those are going to go right around?
I think you're either doing that or you're planting
You probably could, Vic, on the outturn side.
Go right around, because those are all going to spray by.
Yep. Yep. If you get it to Kevin's broom kind of thing somehow. Yeah. The problem is that they're going to tap those other ones out and have 3 in front of your lone red one if you make it.
Okay.
It's the score the way it is. I think they got to kind of clean things up and give the skipper a chance to make something.
Firm or peel?
I like angling that red one in onto the yellows.
Yeah, I like that call.
I don't know whether they're...
Not it.
So, yeah, that's what they're going with.
Yeah.
2/3 is perfect. Should run nice straight here.
If he hits this perfect, it's not easy. He can get rid of 2 yellows.
Yep. Hard bend.
BJ Neufeld.
Gotta go.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hard bend.
Yep. Yep.
Ben Hebert.
Hard.
Angle it back.
Good job,
and
Beach.
he'll get
Really
rid
good.
of it. And he just unlocks everything.
Attaboy.
Well, that's the key, Vic, is
Great
now
shot.
you don't have any backing.
Hey, killing that back one really good.
Really good shot.
I don't think there's a steal on the... All right. Still have time trouble.
Good shot. That worked out good.
Make more shots.
I think there's space there that does go if you get it right.
Oh, I mean because we can touch this one, eh?
Yeah. I think that's how
I think that's the best way to do it.
But I don't mind just
exactly.
like that's pretty good too.
So let's throw the... And the out's the better turn for the roll, the in's the better turn for the run. Okay. I think we go there.
Okay.
7/8 high?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tough little shot now for Scott. You've got to almost stick this.
7/8 high.
Yeah.
Make the double.
You gotta get this good one here.
Stick with the shooter. It'd be nice to get it in front of those yellows.
Where am I going with it?
I'd love to roll it.
With his guard.
Oh, he's throwing the intern. Okay.
Yeah, he's trying to hit it.
Okay. Yeah.
Huge shot here because this is Ontario's only chance to stop a big score here.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Gotta go numbers a little off. Certainly his draws. McDonald here, up weight, run it back, bang, bang. And shot stone still belongs, though, to Alberta. Sitting center line.
I don't think so.
Just off the top edge of the 4.
A little unlucky there, you know. He ran it back beautifully. He eliminated a rock, which is
shot. I like
extremely
I'm surprised it curled that much.
tough to do. And then, but when that yellow rolled over, he kind of doesn't have much over there now.
No, it rolled too far.
Yeah.
You move that a little, that top 12-foot yellow a little bit more to the left, and you can use it, run it.
Mm-hmm. An awkward angle now, isn't it?
It is. It's
I like this.
thin, really thin to slice it in there.
Yeah, it's a little stickier. More than regular draw button.
You have to be careful here, though, if you're Alberta. To go around buried, you have to be well behind the button. And you could see Scott just lock one right on there.
Should be like through the rings. I got a 80.
It's slower out there, though.
Grinding.
What would he be looking down at there? Did you notice he was continually looking down? Maybe about the path, maybe he picked something?
He always does that.
Yeah?
It's always every throw if you watch him.
And then as if maybe he's mapping it, I guess. Might be. He's sitting the 2. Went a little deep.
I think it might be to just to contemplate instead of watching the rock, is to think about how hard you actually threw it. It's all about the touch and the feel of it, and it's Rick Folk did that too.
Post shot routine.
Yeah, just to kind of absorb how hard you really threw it, to have a muscle memory.
It just doesn't have that curl out there anymore, too, right?
I like the throw.
I thought it was wide too.
It really took what you gave it. I mean, I just thought you were a bit positive.
It was fine. Benny was yelling through, but it was out so wide, you knew it was going to slow down. But the fact that it was wide is the problem.
Yeah, and that's what Kevin alluded to, that he just felt like he was pretty full on it.
Board, just board.
Now you get a chance to get inside underneath. You'd be under double guards.
Just board.
Final stone for the Ontario skip, Scott McDonald. Ontario with 10 Canadian men's curling championships. The last was 2012 by Glenn Howard. A roll to the inside, no. Sits right there.
Try.
Oh, if he'd have made that underneath. I mean, Kevin would be guessing a bit on a straight draw.
Staying real close. Okay. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, he's just a little...
Sure? Sure.
Didn't really have a chance.
Hawk, wait.
Yeah. Tough one.
Yeah, it's very good. Thought that would go.
It's close.
Thought it was getting there.
Yeah. It was close. Only had to curl another 2 inches. It's real good.
Closer to board.
Whoa.
Whoa. Ben.
Whoa.
Really got to go, Ben.
Evert.
Hard, Benny.
Benny. You're good.
And you're good. Sit right there. And they are for 2 more.
2.
Wait, head up.
Yep.
That steal of 2 is big by Cooey. Up 6-2.
The 2019 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of curling Canada.
Alberta started with last rock. Put a deuce on the board in the second. That steal of 2, as I say, is huge. As we check the numbers after 5.
Well, the numbers are fairly close, but you have to look at Ben Hebert shooting 100%, but Scott Chadwick keeping pace at 93%. Where the difference is you have Kevin Cooey, who's shooting a 98% game. Scott McDonald down at 75%.
Numbers after 5 are brought to you by Pioneer Hybrid, serving Canadian farmers for over 70 years. So go a little bit deeper now, and we'll start with BJ Neufeld. We'll start in the second, because this is where they cracked their deuce, and it was Neufeld that helped set it up.
Well, yeah, you're looking for shots that contribute to your goal that end. The goal for Cooey's team that end was they wanted to score their deuce. So BJ makes this short little run back, but it's his roll that's key. You watch this roll out to the wings, and that shot in the wings, and the 12-foot goes on the scoreboard, and that's where they get their deuce.
Now, it was interesting because they had last rock. They started cautiously, blanked the first, then they get the deuce. Now, we talked about you can't give away gifts, and McDonald ultimately gives up a steal of 2 here.
Well,
it's Cooey.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Cooey was looking for. This end was a force, but ultimately makes this great triple run back, forces McDonald to a tough draw. He misses it. They get their steal for 2.
So here we are at the break, and it is 6-2. And again, I'll point at that steal of 2. We talked about gifts, and Ontario gave away some last night against Team Canada, and again here.
Well, you're just looking for player shots that really swing the pendulum over to your side. Shots that contribute to your goal for the end, and both those did so.
And how do you like that? Kevin Cooey at 98%. He leads it on this Sunday afternoon, the Tim Hortons Brier in Brandon.
The 2019 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by New Holland, #TogetherBlue. By Home Hardware, here's how. and by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere.
Nothing like fresh popcorn. Huh? Buckets and buckets and buckets of it as we have great crowds expected all week here in Brandon, and I'm sure lots of popcorn. Extra butter if you're bringing it to the booth, please. There you go. Yeah, enjoying it too. Here at the Westova place, all part of this outstanding facility, the Keystone Center. There are two smaller, this is the 5,100 seat facility that's home of the Brandon Wheat Kings. There are two more hockey rinks. The curling club is here. They have all the exhibition space. They have the Western Manitoba Fair here, and it's 550,000 square feet under one roof. I can believe it. That's how big this Keystone Center is on 90 acres. And we're here for this year's Tim Hortons Brier, third time Brandon has hosted Brier. 6-2, Alberta leads it. As we go to 6, and Ontario does have last rock. They have the hammer, playing the Yellowstones.
Good, good, really good. I like going top.
And when we with you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, it'll be Pool A back on the ice. Mike McEwen, who was born here, lived here to the age of 27. Plays Brendan Botcher. Made his way into the field on Friday night with a win over John Epping. That's when we join you again this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Manitoba against Team Wildcard.
Line's good. Line's good, guys. Weight's good. T-line.
Okay, stay with it. Beach. Keep it high side. Yep.
Beach, yep.
Hard.
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 Real good weight here. Real good, Colton. Very good.
Good shot.
More and more teams are trying not to line the two of them up, and because you end up hooking them, and they're really guards. You can't raise them.
Same way you've been giving us.
Now where do you hide if you're Ontario?
Yes, exactly.
Got her what?
Back eight.
Room down for line.
Weight's real good.
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta
go.
go.
Four. Gotta go. Whoa.
Yep.
Back eight. Whoa. Yep.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Hot. That's
Yep.
a lot of weight, guys. Okay.
It's good. Yep. Good.
And this is going to be the game for Ontario now. Just tap, try to leave the Alberta Stones around where they're usable.
Those are rolling a half
Normal.
rock. Yeah.
Normal.
This is good.
Normal weight.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, Benny.
Clean.
Close.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Six.
And look at this. They're just piling up now. Alberta sitting the 4.
He's trying to get that as close as he could to being right in front of the one on the button.
What looks good? I was thinking either you try to make a pocket again. I don't hate going around this rock. Yeah, that works too. I don't mind that. I think that's your best shot.
Same weight?
Yeah, same weight.
You kind of get 2 for 1 out of this.
We just want to be nose buried behind that red, no deeper. We don't want to give him the angle. We almost want to show him a piece on my side.
Yeah. Skinny third, Wes.
Third, yep. It's on my shot too. That's so funny.
All right, same weight, buddy.
Same weight, just maybe.
There more?
Yeah, I was thinking less.
Close.
I agree. T-line.
Bring down for now.
Yes.
Just
back forward.
Hard for anything, really.
Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Not quite the weight.
Yeah, exactly.
Pocket. Okay, we're getting there.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt a little grabby there. Just give it a clean.
I love the way they just play that little soft weight and just move things around. It hasn't worked at this end, and Cooey hasn't cooperated. That's definitely how you put a little more pressure on your opponent.
Clean. Firm, Beach. A little heavy.
Whoa, then. Whoa.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
No. Whoa.
Don't want to spin up. Sit. Good. Good shot, Beach.
Same thing, I think.
Well, this is mostly the fascination with the 5 ruck, is it really, even when you're up 3 or 4, it still forces teams to play the game. You know, you'd see teams just run away with it with a 3 or 4 point lead. But rocks have to be put into play, and then that's what is an advantage for Ontario.
Back line.
Whoa. Space. Close. Space. Close. Whoa.
Back.
Close.
Close.
Yo. Hard.
Yes. Hard.
Gotta roll it.
Come on. Roll. Go. Okay. It's pretty good. We got a pocket.
Yeah, they're eyeing up that pocket. Kevin's eyeing up taking it away.
Kind of way he's going to throw.
Well, it's so nice to see Jack Cox here. He'll be 88 on March 22nd from Haliburton, Ontario. And, of course, he has his Ontario flag and has been waving that flag for many years. Usually he's running around the concourse, but a couple of places they've asked him not to run around.
A little heavy.
Nice to catch up again with Mr. Cox.
I was talking to Jack just before we walked into the booth here before the game. It's so nice to see him again. And boy, he was running around when I started to curl it. Unbelievable.
Oh, they almost ticked that top red.
Really good shot.
Cute, eh?
Hit this one right about where the broom is. You kick to the left side, kick out that red, opens up the corner guard, and you'll certainly get one of those ones in the forefoot. Should make 3 rocks disappear here.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Close. Whoa.
Here.
Hit it too thick.
Nice shot.
1, 2, 3, and 4 still. Alberta, Ontario with last rock.
Yeah, it would have been nice if they could have got their shooter for 3rd shot sitting up there with some backing.
Hey, I don't mind it.
He's got this to maybe get rid of a pile of
If you
them.
just get anything underneath it, you're good. Anything underneath his yellow is really good.
Kind of just throw draw and then get to nose.
The confidence this team shows, Cheryl, anybody else with a 4-point lead would be hammering that yellow one out of there, maybe killing one of the reds on the way by. But he's kind of like, well, I'll just put it in this little spot and put real pressure on him.
I'll just change the angles a little bit.
Real good. T-line white?
Yeah,
That is the sign of a great team, isn't it?
I got you.
Yep.
No fear.
Same as it's been all here the whole time.
Same as draw the button.
Well, also the confidence in the players around you.
Right. He knows the brushers aren't going to make a mistake. You throw this little heavy, you tap it back, you set up a red wall, you've left a yellow one in there. There's a slight risk here to this thing.
Wait for it, guys.
Weight's good. Off. Weight's perfect. Top T-line. Top board.
Yep.
Top board.
Hard.
Wait only.
Hard line. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line. Go.
How good is that? Attaboy.
Pretty perfect.
Great weight, Kev.
Yeah, good sweep.
Real good.
What do we do with that?
What do you do with that? That's the understatement.
My first thought was to hit about 3/4 of the yellow and get them both moving this way.
Yeah, they're still going to be sitting 3.
2. I know.
It's not bad though.
I mean, if we hit it just high and get this here, get that there.
You're going to have some options.
We're going to have the 4-foot, which I think is what we need right now.
Yeah, it's better than anything else. The only other thing I see is you draw back here, and that's probably forcing us to one all day.
Okay. 3/4 high with normal?
Yeah.
Well, we mentioned that Scott is from London, Ontario, and the 2011 Brier
Normal, try to keep them both
is
around over there.
and was held at Labatt Center. And his late mom, Laura, was a flag carrier there, and there you see her with Brier Bear. And she died a number of years ago, a couple of years back, and Scott thinks of her, obviously, and knows that she would be very proud of him at this moment. Here he is playing in the Tim Hortons Brier.
Normal.
Yep. Whoa. Oh. Whoa.
Close. Yep. Easy,
Whoa.
normal.
Whoa. Whoa. West. West. Hard. Hard.
Okay, good.
Well, that moves them around, at least gets them away from the 4-foot, maybe opens up a little bit of room, Russ.
Yeah, just trying to figure out, can they run that straight back and make a... No, they can't. I don't think they have anything. So Kui will stay on the offense here. Yeah, but you're right. It gives them some breathing room. You heard them say under their breath, yeah, at this point, we need to leave us the 4-foot, and they did that.
Have to make sure they get a chance to score.
There's no danger in going there, right? Line
Going here?
No.
Oh, going here.
That's pretty good, hey? What do you
I mean,
guys
if you're here, maybe you could. That's definitely the best.
Going to make the draw very tough.
I like that. Call it Beach. Okay. I know this. Same exact way, Kevin.
Give me a J.
They're going to go here, but they contemplated going there instead. So if you did that, they were just worried that there might be some type of angle for Ontario to kick everything out of there. So now they've changed their minds.
Well, you heard Ben Hebert yell down to BJ Neufeld, call it, because they've used a little bit more time, about 3 minutes more. So, you know, when you've got so many rocks in play, you would think the call would be easy, but remember they do still have 2 90-second timeouts. But if this game goes much longer, they could be in some time trouble.
Line perfect. Gotta go. Come on, Ben. Here's go.
Oh, it's going sideways.
Good.
Pretty good. Good sweep, guys.
Yeah, that makes the draw a little tougher. Shrinks the scoring area a little bit. It really went sideways at the end. It was almost like it was picking.
Nice way, Kev.
Yeah, I like the open leave it.
6 feet?
Yeah, they were a little worried there would be a quadruple there somewhere.
Still
but
like 6 feet.
I didn't see it, but
No, I like splitting center and making this tough.
another great end, though, by Alberta.
All right, boys, on the can here.
Yeah.
Let's make a good one. Draw the button +6.
Must have. When you're drawing against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 4 for sure, close for 5. You're down by 4. Scott McDonald.
I like the line. Early West.
Now it's up to Forget and Chadwick on the rush.
Draw, play the weight.
Duke on the line call, heads up, heads down, right to the lid. Good piece of the 4 will do. Let's take it all the way, fellas.
Attaboy.
Attaboy. And there you go, as BJ Neufeld will kick it away. Mr. Cox flies the Ontario flag. All is good here in Brandon. Ontario just getting it across the hog line. Scott Chadwick, as they manage to get a single. Our camera's on it, so you can see it at home from here in Brandon, the Tim Hortons Brier. 6-3, Alberta leads it. As we go to 7, once again, Alberta will have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones.
Oh, close. Off. Yep. Flash. Hard.
Hard flash.
Hard on the shooter.
Hard Beach.
Go, Beach. Go.
Go Beach. Go Beach. Go Beach.
Hard.
Great shot.
Good shot.
Oh, very, very nice.
Good job, Ben.
Benny Hebert's making everything.
Yeah, at the half he was 100%.
He is an intern for now.
Mixing it up a bit.
Been in the line all these years.
I like that.
Ben likes his out turn a lot.
Yeah.
We watched him in the Skins, though. Remember, you commented.
Yeah,
throw more interns.
He was throwing more. Now he's making them all too.
Line's okay. Let it work.
That's what they were ribbing him about, that he's been lying all these years about only throwing out turns.
Scott, only if you have.
He's been hiding that.
As far as you can go.
Deep talent.
Much sharper Team Alberta here
job,
than we witnessed yesterday.
I wonder if that's a tough game to play against your brother. I mean, you never. They play every year.
Clean. Yep. Clean.
Hard to really get up for if you're Kevin and Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie's got a nice team. You know, we've been kind of looking out the side of our eye here. He's given Brad Gushu a go here, and he had a pretty close game with his brother. And then, again, another, like Ontario, the same start. Two of the
That's pretty well tight on its own.
tournament favorites, really.
Didn't do anything until the last 6.
Well, this ability to bring in an import, you bring in a good player, and then that, builds your team if you can't maybe find a solid lineup at home, so you get that chance.
Tighter line.
Line looks the same to me. Hi. It's John this time, though.
Whoa.
West Forget.
John's rock.
John.
John's
Hi.
rock.
Hey, line's good. Line's good.
Here.
It's good, man. It's good. It's good.
Good. Well, good pair, Wes. Nice.
Good shoot.
Easy.
Yep. Yep.
Clean. Clean. One for sure. Sit 2 on his last kind of thing right now.
This is what you do get a chance to do if you're Ontario
Line's
and
good.
you're down, is you
Almost tight.
just keep hoping you make
Whoa, then,
eventually Alberta look at a couple, and you hope you get an error. That's really all you can do.
Okay. No, yeah, it looks okay.
It's only you. I'm never going on it.
The opportunity
No.
is you can have them look at a
Can we
at a
make it
couple, and
uncomfortable?
that's when you get your chance.
Not now.
Okay.
Too deep on this one, plus an angle.
Oof. Yeah, that's not going to help.
It's hard to peel it without trying.
Well, if you can get our own, it's no good.
Well, but the thing is, you got to make the double peel or you're going to hit. That's the out?
Yep.
2/3, 3/4.
Yep.
Hard, Ben.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Shooter, Benny. Got to go on the shooter.
Brought it back, got it, and
Shot.
it'll spill all on its own. Didn't have to go on the shooter.
Normal.
I was a little worried about this combination with BJ and Kevin when they first announced it, because they're both pretty quiet.
Solid normal.
You wonder if they're going to talk, and
Yes.
they're going to. But it's actually, I think, worked out. They force each other to converse and strategy, and it's been a really good backhand combination.
Normal up.
I'm not sure if it's so dissimilar from what he was with Mike McEwen, actually.
Yeah, so maybe he's comfortable with it, but the difference is what Kevin Cooey was with Mark Kennedy.
Oh.
Yikes.
Because Mark he would kind of draw Kevin out, and I was a little concerned that maybe BJ wouldn't do that.
What's the best?
Yeah.
A miss there from Jonathan Buke.
For sure go hard for it.
I'll have a split just to get him into the house further.
So this doesn't go crazy here. This is kind of
You
just.
thinking back line weight or a little less?
Yeah, I mean, back line would be ideal.
Right.
Yeah, we got to play aggressive.
Well, it's played
This
for that.
game, to my mind, is just plodding along here. They're 3-3, and they're still playing 6. New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. And New Brunswick is sitting 1 back of the 4.
Well, that Yellowstone at the back was Stewart's first. He played a come down to the New Brunswick stone, and it was completely buried. So Terry Odeshaw came around on his final stone, but there is some space. And so if Stuart Thompson is able to get to the nose, it could be for 2.
Go, 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 go.
Never off. Okay, that's good. Nice shot.
Just the single.
Just the single it is.
Yeah, they're definitely, Kathy's right. They're down to 11, 12 minutes, that sheet. They got to be careful.
We clear the guard by 2 feet and still beat it.
Nice split here again by Alberta.
Those are nice to throw on this ice, eh?
Yeah. Well, it's
especially just off the line.
It's still the best, probably speed-wise, right? It's a little bit quicker than going to the middle.
That's nice, eh? A little compliment on the ice from Kevin Cooey and VJ Neufeld. Great job being done here, of course, by Jamie Barrasso and the crew, Greg Uasco.
It's good.
Nice shot.
Nice throw. Boy.
Just like referees. Referees have done a great job when nobody talks about them.
Yes.
Right down the sheet.
Yeah. Team Canada has picked up one to take a 4-3 lead, and BC continues to lead 7-4.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
It's top floor height. I felt there. I don't think we needed that push.
Oh, boys.
No, it's through the house. Really? It's close.
Now it's getting into the good stuff is the problem.
Yeah, that's touch and go.
Jesus. Faster there. No, we just didn't need that push.
Boy, oh boy.
Where does that come from? I mean, really, you're playing that well. You're cooing, and now you throw up that. Where does that come from?
Just, I think, straight lack of focus. You just, sometimes it's those simpler shots. You don't bear down in the hack. You don't think about it. You don't go through your routine, and then that's what happens.
I mean, he was throwing 98%.
I know.
I think the front end was kind of worried he wasn't sliding out hard enough. They were kind of egging him on a bit, and then he just added way too much.
Throw good, Scotty.
Doesn't show a lot on the outside, but I'm sure he's just fuming on the inside.
Yeah, he would not be happy with that.
Well, especially when you have those two horses like that.
Good, firm. Yep.
That's like 15 feet heavy when you got those guys.
Yep. Hard.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta go.
Hard. Right to it.
Great scrub. Great scrub.
Okay. See that dust come off the rock when we hit it?
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
I noticed it a couple ends ago. On
Heard to mention dust when they make contact at a high speed. Once in a while, you get dust, and that's usually from the sanding of the surface of the rock to make the rocks curl to start the event.
A little bit, Ben. Yep.
And away it goes. Blank on the board. Remains 6-3 Alberta. This feature game, Alberta and Ontario goes to 8 after the blank as we play on sheet D, one of the outside sheets here at Cristova Place. Once again, Alberta will have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstone. Two center guards going up. And around they come, Alberta, and one more time with Ben Hebert. So you take a look at the numbers for the two leads. Outstanding again for Ben Hebert, and really Scott Chadwick keeping pace.
Yeah, Scott's had a fabulous game. You know, when your opposition is playing that well, you're going to have to play back, and he has.
6 feet of what you think.
Real close.
Room down, John.
Yep. T. Yep. Hard the whole way, John.
Back
Hard the whole way. Yep. Hard, John. Hard, John. Hard. Hold it there. Hold it there. You got it. Hard.
Keep going.
Hard. Good brush.
Shot.
Good throw. Nice shot, Wes.
No, that's very nice.
And just a reminder, starting tomorrow, as we did at the Scotties, we'll be announcing the greatest Canadian curlers of all time. The 31-person panel of former players, journalists, from across the country. And we'll start announcing the top lead tomorrow afternoon.
Anything, Benny.
Oh, boy, Flash.
Flash. Very nice.
Very good. I like that comment you made there.
Well,
yeah. I think it's a hair early to go.
Halfway? Hair quicker on this spot then?
Yeah, it's like
halfway is good.
Here.
Okay.
7.5 to T.
You heard the comment, it's a hair early to go. They were looking at maybe tapping that yellow into the pocket, but it's not perfect
Lots
this
of line
early
right
in the
now,
end. Cooey's
Line's
team
gonna
just
be
gets
good.
rid of them both and your end goes away.
Right.
Line's good. Just take it as far as you can.
Just trying to get
Scott's in
Cooey's
the
team to
hallway.
waste some stones on these
Scott's in the
peels.
hallway, yep.
Okay, good. Good break. Good. I wasn't sure we were going to get that one. Peel's probably good,
I like the
eh?
end.
Well, I don't want to stick our shooter there.
Right.
Yeah, straight peel flash.
All white.
How about you give me a 50?
50?
Attaboy.
Oh.
Clean.
Clean.
Easy.
Colton Flash.
Easy. Good.
Right now, Colton just a couple of numbers, a couple percentage points behind West Forget.
Yeah.
Colton's fit in nicely on this team, though. It's a big step for him. You know, he skipped for a little while there, and so he's used to making all the different types of shots you have to make at the skip position. But to come into a world championship team like this, it's a lot of pressure.
Oh my goodness, what do we got there? Well, looks like, could it be? I think it would think it'd be Team Canada's shot. Final stone on the way. Oh, well, there you go, Jamie Cooey's final shot.
Well, Brad Duchesneau had a huge opportunity for a short run back to lie 5 and really put all kinds of pressure on Jamie Cooey, but he missed. And so the question is now to get shot, has to get right to the lid or graze off of his own, but that's all he has.
He's just, and, oh gosh, a little rub, the little gear effect.
He has played well. This young team that he's brought with him, he said they rejuvenated his feeling about curling, and they're making a lot in front of him.
Out of the Yellowknife Curling Club with David Aho, Matt Eng, and Cole Parsons.
Ideally, you're
And Cole, in fact, is the youngest player here at the age of 24.
Normal.
Well, I personally know Matt Eng really well from Calgary, and he was he's wanted to go to a Brier all his life. He played years ago with Charlie Thomas. They went to a World Juniors together and won it, but has never had a chance at a Brier, mostly due to work and everything. And so we sent him a note the minute we knew they were going.
That's great.
Pretty excited.
That's another team you got to keep an eye on. Lost to brother Kevin, which a lot of teams do, but they're giving Gushu a go here, so the rest of the draw is a shade easier.
Hard. Whoa, whoa, touch something. Oh, very good. That's better. Shot beach.
I'm trying to get here. Okay.
I guess minimum ice for that weight call. He kind of has it just on this side of the line.
Yeah.
Good sweep. I like the throw.
About the same. Top button.
Weight's good.
Yep. Yep, gotta go hard.
Whoa, back T.
Whoa. Whoa.
Back 4.
Whoa.
Back 4.
Oh, back 4.
Back
Whoa.
4. You can't go, it's just too much.
7-4 BC leading, and a chance it looks like to add a couple more, Kathy.
Well, it certainly is a chance for 3 on David St. Louis' first one, trying to bury around 2 stones tight to the house, raised that top red stone in. Jim Cotter went around to lie 2, and David St. Louis short on his second throw. So any kind of paint for Jim Cotter for 3.
Yeah, you're right. There was the one little biter at the top. BC out of the Vernon Curling Club. Cotter now with Steve Laycock throwing the third stones in an 8th appearance for Laycock. Previously, all of them out of Saskatchewan. And there it is for 3 more.
3.
To take a 10-4 lead, and that will be it. And a win for Jim Cotter, as you see him there, and Jim wanted to say a special happy birthday to his daughter, Jalen. And while home watching in Vernon, and of course, he's appeared in a couple of Canadian mixed doubles he plays with his daughter. So happy birthday to Jalen. Congratulations to BC on their win.
Happy birthday. Just off nose on this side, right?
It's another team, Cheryl, that you know it's going to get better. They struggled in their first game, got through it, but they really weren't Jim Cotter sharp. And you just know they get enough reps, and they haven't played much this year. They're going to get real good.
I don't think that back yellow rock means anything right
Yeah.
now. So let's throw like normal.
Okay.
Just make the roll, shape pretty nice, eh?
Yeah. Okay.
They roll behind the corner.
Friends and stuff. So.
Because to do that, that double might jam on that back yellow.
Yeah, which would kind of take away the force. I mean, I guess if you make the perfect roll, but.
Okay. Gotta wait. Normal.
Okay.
Got to throw a good one. Right at the stick.
Norm. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Hard.
You got it, Wes. You got it.
Wes Forget.
You got it.
Whoa. Yes.
You got it? Oh, and he just stuffed it. Did spill it out, though, sitting top edge.
That really jumped. It's a good throw. It was that moved unnaturally a little bit, eh?
I mean, it's a center guard. He has to do something.
Yeah, I know. It's not bad. That jump.
Yeah, good throw. I curled.
And how do you keep pace with this man, Kevin Cooey, at 91%? The draw number, of course, falls after he threw it through in the previous end. But McDonald struggling on his draws always. That's the money shot. And then 79%. That is just not good enough to keep up with Kevin Cooey. The player numbers are brought to you by New Holland. Hashtag Together Blue.
Yeah, he's drawn to the button. Leave Kevin in, which I'm good with.
I guess a steal of one's not the end of the world.
Or it's game over.
Right.
What are you seeing there, Uncle Ted?
Well, the only raw curtain use the yellow one, right?
I can try and do this.
Hit and roll under.
Hit and roll and get second shot?
Yeah, hit and roll there.
Can't get second shot.
No, but roll in front's pretty damn good.
That's the best shot for sure.
And he's got nowhere to draw to.
It's definitely the best shot.
You played it. You played that other end. Play that.
Just commit to it, boys.
Across the
Yeah,
face.
you don't have to roll.
Forward weight. Gotta roll half under.
No.
You know, there's another player. There's Ted Appleman, of course, who gets to come now as the alternate.
I mean, you're guarding it perfectly.
But you think about Cooey having to wait his time before Martin, and Martin before Furby, and there seems to be a pecking order here. Sometime it'll be Appleman's time.
Yeah, he was darn close this year. He gave Cooey everything he could handle in that final game, right till I think it was the 8th end. It kind of fell apart.
Well, it just keeps getting tougher there. Now you got Botcher as well. Like it's.
Yeah.
Ted's been close a few times. I thought this year was going to be his year. Cooey was struggling.
Yeah, you know, don't forget too, it's tough. Botcher's always to be part of it now. I think Botcher's maybe surprises some people because he's emerged so quickly.
Really hard.
Right to it. Right to it.
Hard.
Uh-oh is right. Oh, you got to hang around. Oh, gosh.
Oh, man.
That ever
That might have made it.
spin back in.
Regardless
of. It's not a bad throw. You probably need a little more ice.
Probably a little more ice just on that side of the line.
Let's make it.
Yep. It actually came back enough. That's unbelievable.
That spun hard back.
Heel.
Okay, let's make it.
It was a very tough, flat double here.
All right, you got to make a good one here, bud.
Yeah. Stick with the second red.
4-3, Nova Scotia leads it, and Nova Scotia is sitting 1, and it appears 2.
It is. They were lying 3 after the first shot, but there is an opportunity here. Terry's electing to play the thin double to bring that back red stone into play.
Terry Odishaw on the curl, the team out of Curl, Moncton. His brother Grant will hold the brush, leaving Jordan Pinder and Mark Lecoq to do the brushing. And there's one. Oh, and slides underneath. Oh, and now he'll touch his own, and that'll be a steal of one. Nova Scotia.
One yellow. Told him.
Yeah, I think like if you just have one.
What do you think here, Flash?
I believe it's 14-2.
Like that, Kev?
14 and a half, somewhere in there.
That was maybe a bit much trying to make that double. That was
Like it's flat.
yeah.
Everywhere.
Me too.
I do. Yeah, I agree.
Me too. A little quicker to the wings. This is the same as
It helps to some degree, though. This is a free one for 2, but it's they've shrunk that area a little bit. It'll just about be in the 4-foot.
A little more chat with Kevin about the weight here and what to throw, considering what he did with his in the last end.
Yeah, they were having a good conversation.
Yeah.
This is what you need. Sure,
And
Kevin will be dialed in.
And this time giving it to that front end.
How's it looking?
I don't think you can hurt it.
4 foot is what they need. A little bit of the red.
14-7-2.
Perfect.
Flash Ebert.
Easy, easy.
Should be perfect.
Shot, Kev.
And good shot, Kev. It is for 2 more.
Nice. 2 red. Nice pop, Kev. Yeah.
On this Sunday afternoon, it goes back. The 5 Rock rule. So it's a long way back for Ontario as they trail by 5 here at Westova Place in Brandon. And day 2 coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier.
Line's good.
Let's go back to what we were chatting about when we first came on the air, the keys. Ontario in particular, your thoughts on their struggles today. And I think that the 2 was a big turning point, obviously, when you give up a steal of 2 and to go down 4-0. But beyond that, what do you think, Cheryl?
Well, I mean, my keys were stay true to your form was the one, which I meant by that is, play your tick and open up and give yourself some room and don't give up steals. And all of that happened in the 3rd end where they didn't stay true. They didn't open up. They played the angles. They lost the war of the angles and gave up a steal of 2. So I think that was really, you go down 4 points now to Kevin Cooey's team, and it's tough to claw back.
How did the stats essentially stay?
I got close.
Just line.
Don't there.
Mine doesn't really mean anything on this.
Shoot, this is a rocket.
It's heavy, but it's not through.
Sit. Okay.
Finally settles. Back edge of the 8. Which leads us to the game story, and then you look, of course, there's that deuce in 3. That's the difference. And then how do you compete with that when you are Scott McDonald at 77 or Jonathan Buke at 80? That back end of the Alberta team exceptional again. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
Lots of line, guys.
Let it work if you can first.
Lots of line.
It's going to be John only, and only if you have to.
It can curl, John.
John only.
Go back. John only.
You should be able to get to the finish here. It's a long way to go.
Both if you can.
All the way back.
Attaboy.
Yep.
Nice throw.
Yeah, good shot.
Good shot.
Good toss, Wes.
Okay, Kathy, 4-4 tie, and you said that Gougy wasn't playing particularly well, but he has a chance for 3 here.
Well, he was playing a pretty simple game. He has made some really nice cross-house doubles to keep his team actually in this, but a chance to break it open when Jamie Cooey's did not bury a hit for 3, and it is made.
There you go. I'm good at simple. Thanks.
I like the same man.
Let's give a second. We got lots of time.
Touch less. Yeah, it's not the same.
Line's
bring it
good.
down this time, Scott.
Top 8.
I think hold it, Scott.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, line's
Whoa,
good.
weight's
Line's
good. Whoa, weight's good. Whoa.
Let it
All
work.
right, top
It's gonna
4.
be the same.
John, it's going to be
Line's
yours.
the same.
Curl. Everything you got. Yep. Curl, curl,
Line's
curl,
gonna be
curl,
fine,
curl.
John.
Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. It's a good pair, Wes. That a boy.
Forche will come down and sit in behind their own corner. They're sitting the 2.
Just rip it.
All you can do, keep piling them in there. Now Kevin's going to take this guard off.
Ontario's looking at 0-2 here, obviously.
Yeah, clean.
But I would go out on a limb and say they've drawn as well or better than anybody in the field.
Well, yeah, and I think this is when you sit down as a team, you look at the rest of the games you have and look at how you're playing. You took Team Canada to 10.
7-5.
And you've got a chance to run the table with the rest of your games. Playing like this, I agree, Russ, they're playing well.
Well, and I think you said the key thing in the third end. They just got down that 2 and they tried to get it all back at once. And the third end, they just didn't play as well. Third end is Alberta, 4-0, and then you're down 4 to Kevin Cooey. It's not fun.
Just pass your broom. Just pass your broom.
Over and off right now, I think. No,
Just
we don't
pass
need
your
to
broom.
finish. Just take a look at where they are.
Whoa, 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 good.
Real good, Johnny. Good shot, John.
Good.
That a boy.
Jonathan Buke.
You got to feel, guys.
He's got him covered.
Good shot.
Well, you can pick either one of the back ones, too.
It's good.
I don't hate it. I don't mind that. I don't
Okay.
think it gets any worse at this.
It's got to be this way.
Yeah.
Millimeter high.
That's the in?
Yep.
I kept laughing because it's so much different than a club game when the skip would be holding up the hand, one hand or the other. Cooey just puts the brush down, and goodness gracious.
Look at that.
Yeah, well, that's the end. That'll work.
Pretty sure he picked the right turn there.
Yeah, I think so. Almost middle of the rock.
Oh,
baby.
Well, that's the other thing with these stones, and you throw it that hard, it probably doesn't matter which turn he throws.
Wow.
Could have been the out, could have been the in.
How good was that?
Yeah, that just, you heard the air go right out of Ontario there, didn't you?
Oh, it doesn't even jam on that back red.
Yep. Weight's close. Yep. Yep.
Line's good.
Hard guy. Weight's good. You got to go line. Line only. You got to go line.
Yep, gotta go, gotta go.
line.
Gotta go hard.
Hard, Scott. Vote.
Atta boy.
Good shot. Good pair.
Good.
There's no point. You can't. Your hair high is terrible. Well, yeah, whatever.
Another good come around.
Sure.
It's a good team. Made so many of those shots and perfectly.
Well, listen, the test's going to be the next 5 games, obviously. You drop 2 to 2 of favorites in the pool, and now you have those. And you, as we mentioned, you take your losses to the next championship round, if you can get there. And we'll run it by. Now they can't afford the errors because you know that there's going to be a couple of teams. BC, Cotter for one. This Nova Scotia team here in the group looks quite good.
So where is that top 4?
The brother of the team they're playing looks pretty good.
Absolutely, sure. He's given he's giving Team Canada a go. So
let's curl a little sliver. I mean, mine curled a bit at the end too.
I think you're right, though, Cheryl. You said, you know, we expected to see him play ticks every time with Last Rock, and we haven't seen that. So you have to go back a while to see Ontario off to an 0-2 start.
Line's good. Back 8.
Weight's there.
Okay, line's real good.
Small bounce, probably.
Whoa, then. Whoa for bouncing.
Curl.
Girl.
Really good.
Coming right back.
Perfect.
Nice shot.
Attaboy.
And sure enough.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No double that way. Let's go across face.
Yeah, out turn. Out turn firm.
Oh, he'd have to absolutely shave it.
Probably take it
I'd
on.
like to see it, though. Might as well take it on.
Clean. Whoa.
Oh, clean it.
Clean. Clean.
Yep.
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 Whoa.
Whoa.
Yep.
No. Yep. Hard.
Shot, Kev. Good shot.
Yeah, there's no chance he was going to take on that double.
Yeah, real good.
Wait, let's get reduced. Yeah.
Boy. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Whoa.
Hey, you're good.
Whoa. 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 West. Whoa. Whoa.
Just
Good shot.
great weight.
That's good, right?
And there it is to sit at the top edge of the 4. That's a couple.
Have a good week, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, man, go.
And that's good enough, they say. So they'll finish on the positive, picking up 2. But it'll be a second straight win now for Alberta. Second straight loss for Ontario. Make the final. Alberta wins it 8-5.
Our goal is to be playing on the final weekend, and we'll take it one step at a time. We'll do our best to get through each round, but you know, our expectations, we're fierce competitors, is to be playing on Saturday and Sunday.
I really think once you get a ticket to be here, it really doesn't matter the color you have on your back. This is such an exclusive group of teams that gets to come to the Brier every year. I'm just so proud to be a part of it.
That will be our featured game tonight. We'll turn our attention again back to the A pool. And the team wildcard, Brendan Boncher comes in with a record of 1-1 after a win earlier today. McEwen, Manitoba champion with 2 straight wins. 8 p.m. Eastern time. Well, there's nothing to see here, so move along. And we will move along right next door to Sheet C. And the game between New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. As we go to the 9th, and Nova Scotia just picking up a steal of 1 to extend their lead now to 6-3. New Brunswick does have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstones. The New Brunswick champions out of Curl Moncton, skipped by Terry Odeshaw, with Grant Odeshaw at lead, Mark Lecoq at second, Jordan Pinder at third. The Nova Scotia champions, they hail from the Dartmouth Curling Club, skipped by 26-year-old Stuart Thompson.
Pretty good.
With Taylor Ardell at the lead, Travis Coulter and Colton Steele at third. And Kathy, let's quickly go over Team Canada after they got 3 in 8. Final stone on the way now for the Territories and Jamie Cooey.
Well, Gushu hit to lie too. Jamie's playing the thin double, and he can run off his own, and when the dust clears, the potential is for 2.
Got something, and come across, and move it far enough. Ooh, I'm not sure. Have a look. Have a good look.
I think he did for 1.
And they'll give him the 1.
Very nice.
Just tracks are the whole way.
Huh? So that the yellow goes easier, I believe. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes easy. Just need to put you on TV and I'm going to make
This game we're watching now, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick with hammer in the 7th was laying 4 late in the end.
Yeah. Just through.
Stuart Thompson made a triple. Terry tried kind of a thin double to get his deuce, missed it, and that's where the steal came out. And the last end, New Brunswick sitting 3 buried, and Stuart drew the pin to take away the hopes of a big score, and it stole again.
Shot.
You know, I think that has been the story of this game. Russ, I've been watching quite a bit of it. It has been New Brunswick end after end after end that has put a lot of pressure on Nova Scotia, but the score is because there have been some hero shots made by Stuart Thompson to either make big points or mostly to get his team out of trouble.
Yeah, those last 2 ends could have ended badly for Nova Scotia.
Okay, it's basically a straight peel, yeah. Less than half.
Mentioned this is the youngest team here at the average age of 26.
Close. Shot. The boy Travis. That was close.
Yeah, well, it had to be very thin. Like, it might have been a terrible call if you hit it slightly thicker, and then we jam it behind all the compliments.
Oh, I see a couple of blue noses there.
They are cheering hard. It's great to see a new young team out of Nova Scotia. Helps build the depth there.
It's the 8th appearance for Mark Lecoq throwing the second stones.
Yeah, let's play through them.
Old teammate of yours, of course, back in '02 when you won a bronze medal.
Yeah, go through them hard.
Yeah, Mark's a great player. This team doesn't play much, to be honest. They hardly play at all. I don't think Terry walked in the rink till after Christmas. It's just surface that you're going to see a lot of that on, where it's just
You can see who shot.
so good, so quick, such a good sliding surface. It's tough to adjust.
Can we just draw another one for each of our own? Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
Okay, I like it.
Top 8.
Okay, I'll throw this to you guys.
Changing gears here. It's a 3-point lead. You might want to make some noise.
Yeah, this could go bad.
Yeah, and that red one, albeit not a good one from Mark, it's still in the paint.
Well, and these Nova Scotia stones are just on the tee line. You can freeze, tap them back a little bit if you're New Brunswick.
Whoa, yep.
Yeah, I think New Brunswick's pretty happy with this.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Going to go through the same board.
I don't want to, I want to be right to the red.
How do you do that?
Oh, come on. And right to the back.
Wow.
This hit 3.
It's actually brilliant, really. I'm sure isn't what they tried, but how does that red one doesn't score now?
I was thinking to go top 8, they double. That's pretty quick. No, I don't want it because I want to be right to the red.
Still heavy.
And so now, throwing third stones, this is Jordan Pinder for New Brunswick. Of course, formerly out of Nova Scotia, having played with Jamie Murphy.
Okay.
And snuggles up beside. Shot rock.
Okay.
Big board.
Okay. Solid board.
That's not where they wanted that one either. Another 3 in a row heavy here. Probably roll to the inside here, Cheryl.
I think you can with that board weight call. I think that's the
easy.
The shot.
Whoa.
Whoa.
No.
Off.
No, it's not even close.
Go, Taylor.
Hard, Taylor.
Well, it's hitting it high side right now.
They got them spread out now. 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the back.
It's that little pocket that's not good for Nova Scotia.
Yeah, no kidding. And the corner guard.
Yeah. It could have been peeled.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, what are we missing? Yeah, I think you had to do that, didn't you? 3 up?
Yeah.
This late in the game, you know, maybe it's end 2 or 3, and you're saying, well, let's put them away while we can. But you've already put them away. You just got to hit some red ones. Or yellow, yeah, red ones, yes. See a lack of rotation from this team too, and it's been hurting them a little bit. It's a good shot.
No, not bad. Can I get that?
Can you make it off there?
I think I can do that.
If you clip this one first, it's not good.
I think it might still go, though.
I think you hit this thin like a quarter and just play it off that.
Yeah.
In turn?
I mean, the other shot is follow it down, but
I think you can make it go.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Peel?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little less than half a rock. It should come off
Quarter.
that yellow one we're looking at closer to the camera and kick out of the play.
Quarter should fly. I think a quarter, like if we miss ours, I think it goes easy off the backside of the far one.
Okay. You got this thing? Yeah. Has been fighting the flu, has Stuart Thompson, mentioned just 26, youngest skip here, saying that it is a dream come true for him. Two-time Nova Scotia junior champion.
Yep.
Won a Canadian bronze medal back in 2013.
Yep. Off!
And underneath and spill it back, and yes, far enough. So they are sitting the one for sure, and yeah, sitting the deuce actually.
The yellow
Really
one
straight
almost
there.
stopped the red one from going out the way they hit.
You drew that well. Yeah. Jeez. Everything was moving. I thought it was going to...
Watch
Oh, look,
this.
you can see up here. I thought it was just going to stuff right there.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that yellow was going to stop the red.
If it did touch the yellow, it would have easily.
I think so.
I think it's on the shelf and it's going to run straight out here. I
Okay,
think
well,
you
that's how
get
you
on
say
a shelf, it runs really straight.
Yeah?
I still kind of like this, dude, but it's your, whatever
Well,
you like.
Hitting and rolling in does the same thing.
Yeah. Just a hard hit and roll.
Yeah,
what do you
and a
want
little
for weight?
lower percentage shot.
Well, especially when
Risk
they're not sure what it
control.
does. Obviously,
Here,
Grant's
board.
saying it could be a little straighter out here, so.
Okay. Okay.
This is Terry's third appearance, the skip. Last was 2012, first was 98.
Well, if we overcurl it, Mark, we could make a double. I mean, we got to get a 2.
They got to do it in a hurry here too,
We're gonna
Vic.
need some misses.
They're really tight on time.
Yeah, they still have one more time out. Terry Odishaw on the team out of Curl Moncton beat James Grattan 7-4 in the New
Yeah, draw,
Brunswick
Grant.
final.
What?
Just draw.
I want Terry's personality to be laid back. I'd be just panicking right now.
Terry's a friend of mine. You have no idea how laid back he is.
When they played Grattan in that final, there were more than 50 Purple Hearts on the ice. Provincial championship.
The provincial final in New Brunswick.
Yeah, and wow. 50. More than 50 Purple Hearts.
Wow. That's amazing.
Whoa.
Well, here you go. Terry's
Lots
here
of
for a
line.
third time. Pinder
Yep.
has
Jordan.
4. This is his 5th now out of
Yep, Mark.
Nova
Yep.
Scotia before that. 8 now for Lecoq and Odishaw his 9th.
It's like the fastest
Believe
spot
it,
on the ice
Grant.
right now, eh?
I think.
They got a case of the heavies the last couple ends in New Brunswick.
It's not a bad leave.
Why did you change your mind?
Heavy, if anything.
Yeah. Play that. This is our plan A.
Yeah. Okay, top 4. Middle 8. I think that's what I had for around here, right?
Okay. As long as we're buried in ahead and above the yellow, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other problem is, too, is he's at least for New Brunswick is
Hangs there, you got
the
nothing.
yellow. If you run it back, you're running the opposition stone in 2.
Everybody's missed heavy.
I told the guys out.
Yeah.
6-3 Nova Scotia leads it.
4-4. Just want to make sure it's buried.
Mentioned he hasn't been feeling well. So, suffering from the flu.
That's
Okay,
tough when you
line
get
good.
to the Brier and you're so excited and you're
Where
struggling
are we?
to
Are we
feel
good?
well.
He actually had to leave the ice during this opening ceremonies.
Line's really good.
Room.
That's
Taylor's
not
in.
fair.
Beat Jamie
Green,
Murphy
line's
in the final
15-2.
after Murphy had won the last 3
Yep, you gotta go, Taylor.
Nova Scotia
Hard, Taylor, you
finals.
gotta go.
Forfeit in there.
Hard. Really
Yep.
curl it now. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Right around and to the top edge.
Shot.
I didn't even really consider the hole, but
Well, I think you
I
had to
don't
leave
know
that
if you
far.
can get through there.
You can't
Boy,
show on this
it's
one,
half
it's
covered
not.
anyway.
You could get through it with the wrong turn, like with the out turn, then you miss everything. I don't think it's there with the in turn. It might be.
There's a hole for the double.
What's that?
There's a hole to make that double.
Exactly. Yeah. You got to try it.
saying it's there.
Just control.
Yeah, maybe.
Solid control.
Yeah, just that, yeah.
We're down to under 145, although they do have a 90-second timeout, but we're still here playing last rock.
There's a catcher on the side.
In the ninth.
There's not a lot of concern.
Former Canadian mixed champion of 2007, Terry Odishaw. Oh boy, right away. Pinder picks him up. Boy, this is going to be a fight to get it by this guard. And they will not. And so that is one more.
Still one yellow?
Yeah, still one yellow. Nova Scotia. Another one.
Yeah, one yellow.
They'll be tight on time, New Brunswick, and they're trailing by 4. And we have the shakes after a little consultation. Nova Scotia will pick up their first to even their record at 1-1. New Brunswick drops their first 1-1. 7-3 is the final. Woo!
Hi, Grampy. Hi, Grampy. Hey, everybody back home.
So Nova Scotia fans are happy, and it's also over on sheet A and Team Canada. And the two-time defending champions, Brad Kushu, will win 7-5 for 2 straight wins.
The 2019 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of curling Canada. The 2019 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue. Find comfort in Purex. By Pioneer Hybrid, serving Canadian farmers for over 70 years. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
So all the teams now have played 2 games. Top of Pool A, Northern Ontario, Manitoba. 2 teams still looking for first wins. Pool B, British Columbia, Alberta, Team Canada. Look at that, top of the table. And now you've got 3, including Ontario, the Territories, and Nunavut looking for their first. 2-time defending Canadian champion, Brad Kushu, and the team from St. John's. Picking up another win. Back with you at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Team Wildcard, Brendan Botcher out of Edmonton against Mike McEwen, the hometown boy. He comes home again with 2 straight wins when we join you again at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We are in Brandon for this year's Tim Hortons Brier. And all of it is here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.
Great shot. Good.